Now, it's no big secret that I'm a huge Blendtec fan. I've been using their blenders ever since I graduated culinary school 12 years ago, and I am super stoked because they just came out with their new Mini WildSide Jar. And you can see here side by side, it's quite a bit smaller than the traditional WildSide Jar, which I've been using for years. But the awesome thing about this Mini WildSide Jar is that you can rock single serving smoothies, soups, salad dressings, or puddings in here if you don't have a big group over or you're not making food for the kids or the family. So much like its counterpart, the larger version, it has the safety blade, which is 80% thicker and 10 times stronger than other blender blades. It's also super easy to clean. You never cut your hands on this blade, which I love. I also love the fact that it's made from an impact-resistant, BPA-free copolyester, which means it's not going to leach into your foods even when you're making hot soups. And lastly, I really love their locking lid here on top, which is so amazing it's hard to get off. But when you're making really hot soups again, or things that are going to pressurize the jar, this really helps to keep everything secure and in place. So let's put it to the test by making a spicy miso turmeric dressing with some buckwheat soba noodles and some fresh veggies. Super easy, delicious, and quick. Now, the thing I love about this dressing we're about to make is not only the great taste, but how simple it is. We only have 8 ingredients, so it's incredibly easy for you to make a single serving of this for lunch or a quick dinner. Our first ingredient is 1/3 cup of rice wine vinegar. Next, 1/3 cup of mirin, a 1/4 cup of fresh squeezed orange or tangerine juice, 1 teaspoon of toasted sesame oil. Next, add 2 teaspoons of freshly minced turmeric root, 1 tablespoon of freshly minced ginger, 2 tablespoons of shredded carrot, 2 tablespoons of sweet white miso. And last, add a couple shakes of Szechuan seasoning. And now the moment of truth has come. It's time to test out our Mini WildSide Jar and see how it performs in our Blendtec 800 series. This 800 series blender is so unbelievably quiet. It has this really great sound enclosure which limits the noise, so if you're the kind of person who wakes up really early in the morning, you're not going to wake up anybody else in the house when you're making your morning smoothie or your lunch for later in the day. Look at that color. It's so vibrant. It's like the milk of the sun. It's literally like we just reached up into the sky and squeezed the sun into this WildSide jar. And now it's time to assemble our noodle salad. So what I have here is 1 package of fully cooked buckwheat soba noodle. And to that, I have an array of really fresh vegetables. I've got some bok choy, some minced green onion, some mushrooms, and diced carrot. To assemble the bowl, I like to start with a separate, smaller single serving dish. So we're gonna start with a nice handful of our cooked soba noodles. Or if you have my kind of appetite today, you might want to do a couple of handfuls. And then pour a generous amount of the miso turmeric dressing right over the noodles. And now we're going to add the fresh veggies right on top. In retrospect, I probably should have used a bigger bowl because my appetite is huge, but a single serving like this, you can get a generous amount of the mushrooms, the bok choy, the green onion, and the carrot, and it looks pretty evenly distributed. So I think it's time to take it to the face. The spicy, bright flavor of the miso turmeric dressing plays off so nicely with the dense buckwheat noodles. You've got the crunch of the bok choy and the green onions, the snap of the carrots, the softness of the mushrooms. There's so many good contrasting textures and flavors in this dish. If you enjoyed this recipe for miso turmeric soba noodles, give this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment below. What's your favorite salad dressing to make in the blender? If you want to get one of these totally cute and absolutely badass Blendtec Mini WildSide jars or invest in a new Blendtec blender, click on my link in the description field below. It'll take you right to Blendtec's website. This is J Rowe signing off here on the J Rowe Show. I will catch you again soon with another delicious recipe and vibrant living tips for your mouth and your hips. So subscribe to stay alive. That's bare hand, man. That's bare hand on bare blade right there. Completely uninjured hand. Oh yeah. Look out, honey, 'cause I'm using technology. That's advanced blade technology, man. If you happen to love Star Wars,
You can sound like the villains from Star Wars, thanks to Blendtec.
Yeah. Take a blend on the wild side.